Remember this place? This was Marlena's, the only gay bar in San Francisco's Hayes Valley and one of the city's premier drag establishments, owned by Gary McLean, best known as Empress Marlena. Let's take a few minutes remembering Marlena's. I personally have so many wonderful memories there. That's where I met Emilio. And that's where I met a lot of really good friends that I've stayed in touch with over the years. Perhaps you were there. Perhaps you saw one of the legendary shows. 23 years it ran. 23 years. Not bad for a business. Was it Elmer's smile, or maybe it was Cathan's, or Galilea, or lots of smiling at Marlena's. Maybe it was all those Santa Clauses every year at Christmas time. Anyway, something kept bringing me back over and over and over. I remember one year at Christmas time, it was actually Christmas Day, and a friend of mine walked over to Marlena's just to look at the Santa Clauses. She had never been there before, and she was just so delighted. Each year it was a little bit different, as I recall, but it was always fun. One of my favorite memories was that Christmas Day. There were actually, I don't think there were any customers in the place at all at that time. You know, it was Christmas, for heaven's sakes. People were home with their families, but Marlena was there holding court, and it was just a magical moment. The decorations at Marlena's were always good, not just at Christmas time. Oh my goodness, you could come in just to look at the walls. Well, you'd still want to have a drink and talk to folks. Oh, and there's one more thing that I want to show you.
This is it, right over here. Now home to some of my teddy bears. But this is a bar stool that was in Marlena's. And I'll never forget the day that Marlena, Gary, gave it to me. And I will cherish this bar stool.
Oh, and did I mention the animals? Especially Casper. It seems like animals were just as welcome at Marlena's as the humans. Did you have a favorite animal at Marlena's, or maybe a favorite animal owner? And what about the bartenders? Was there a favorite there? Or a favorite moment? Or maybe your first moment? I can remember my first time at Marlena's was for a fundraiser for an organization that no longer exists. But I kept coming back and seeing so many great things, especially those shows, the Hayes Valley Follies. Wow, I'll never forget those great entertaining moments. Thank you, Marlena's. Thank you to all the performers. I really remember the last night because the place was packed. It was amazing. I was there from the very beginning that day with camera in hand and trying to record as much as possible.
We're at Marlena's for the very last time.
And Michael's taking pictures, and he's plugging his little thing in so he can do his interview today.
Yes, we have the whole day together. Wow.
I lived across the street, so I think I probably ducked in and out. I don't recall how often I left, but I got some food and did some things. And then I was there later on, seeing people come and go, seeing people say their goodbyes. And Emilio and I were there at the closing moments. One of the things that will stand out in my mind was their place was so packed and there was pushing and shoving and people were becoming separated. And Emilio and I held on to each other so tightly so we wouldn't get, lost in the crowd. And then it was so hard to get out the door afterwards. But we didn't stop. We went down the street and did something else. I don't remember what, but we just needed to take our memories with us. And then a day or two later, when I looked in the windows and saw the place virtually stripped, the reality sunk in that Marlena's now was just a memory.
Have a good one.